Hey, good morning everyone. This is Roger from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. I've got my going to church hat on today, but except I'm not going to church, I'm going to a car show. So this is a buddy of mine just let me know that there's a little impromptu car show downtown Hanau. I've never been to this one before, but I like going to events like that that are unscheduled because you see cars that you traditionally don't see if you go into your normal drive-ins. But this is just a typical little German town, Eckartshausen, that we're driving to on the way to the Autobahn, which is only like about 3 miles from my house. So let me make a left turn up here and then take you guys along for the ride. So like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you at the car show in a couple minutes. Hey, look folks, before we get on the Autobahn up here, I just wanted to show you this little gimmick that I put in my car about 5 years ago. So this is basically a little button I got right here. It's for the rear window, except I don't have a rear window in here. So I come up here and I actually cut my 1955 Nomad dash, and watch this. So just a tablet, I made this little extension with a little bit of motor I got with a little gear set. So right there is how I usually drive it around. All it is a Galaxy tablet, and I've got the OBD2 sensor hooked behind it. So if you look right down here, you see that thing blinking right there? That's just basically a dongle that's reading from the LS3 motor on the OBD2 connection. And the cool thing about this is you can just scroll back and forth, and I think it's like 274 parameters. You can make your gauges square, round, and I'm just using OBD2 link tool that you can pick up like from Amazon or eBay. I think it's like $60 or $70 for the dongle. And I can read all the codes out of here, but check this out. It's pretty time sensitive. It gives you the highs. It gives you your max speed. Like I've only been about 41 miles an hour. It tells you what your oxygen bank and what your sensors are doing down here for your lambda zomdas, what the Germans call it, OBD2 sensors or oxygen sensors, and it tells you the trim rate. So it's just a whole lot of gadgetry. I don't need it, all this stuff in here, but it is kind of handy if you're trying to troubleshoot something, which literally I'm not. So look, I take my finger down here, I push the button. I can also watch videos on here, or I can put my navigation system right here in the corner. But basically this is how I drive around in here. So look, let me shut up yapping here, get to the car show, put this thing in drive, check rear view mirror, and right now I'm in quiet mode. And when we get on the Autobahn, I'll open up the exhaust a little bit and roll the windows down because it's actually kind of comfortable here. Anyway, see you guys in a couple of seconds. This is a quiet mode. So this is actually with the QTP, QuickTime Performance, electric cutouts open up, and you can tell it's annoying as crap, so I don't drive around with them open like this. It's kind of got a drone to it. Now if you do a kick down right here, it just sounds like this. Again, too loud. Alright, hey folks, one more little feature right here. If I push this right here, I go to manual shift. This is something I 3D printed backwards, and then I can shift this thing by doing this right here. So I'm gonna put my turn signal on here, and this is the actual Autobahn heading towards Frankfurt, Germany, and we're going to a place called Hanau. And again, annoyingly loud, but watch this. I can shift down. It's kind of a neat little feature. But let me get on the Autobahn here and zip up the speed a little bit to show you that, and then we'll be at the car show here in less than 7 minutes. We got some cars coming by here. Look at that, they're nice and neat, moved over. LS3 motors, you gotta respect them. I've known a lot of people who've crashed motors with cars with LS3 motors in them, including myself. You've got no ABS, no traction control, none of that fancy stuff. So just respect the power and pay attention to it, especially when it's wet outside. Hey, so right here, if you're ever stationed in Hanau, Germany, like I was for a good part of my military career, that's Pioneer Kaserne over here. Obviously, it's been turned back to the Germans many, many years ago. I think like 15 years ago. But check this out, man. It's pretty cool. We got to go here. This right here used to be the old AFES garage, Army Air Force Exchange Service garage right here. Obviously, no garage in there right now, but man, a whole lot of soldiers. So Hanau and Fulda were the concentration of most American soldiers stationed outside of Oconus, outside the continental United States, right here in Hanau, Germany, U.S. military. All right, that was pretty simple. I like car shows that are 20 minutes from my house. Clean little 289 wagon, Falcon. I don't know who let the Harleys in here, but this is a car show, but that's okay. Square body right here. These things are getting really popular even over here in Europe. And then somebody didn't tell me, but it is a Mopar type of event. So Plymouth Roadrunner, Charger RT, another Charger RT. If you want to know where all the good cars are at, they're all over here in Germany right now. So that's obviously a 68. And look, we got the historical H plates on it again. It means it gets cheap tax. Dodge Coronet 440, and I imagine it probably has a 440 in it. A Ford, nothing wrong with a Ford. And then this is Michael's and Renata's Dodge right here. Clean little car, 500. There's a little flathead and a Ford Coronet 500. I'll just show you the front side of the cars that I just filmed back here, and then we'll go over here. There's a whole load of them over here as well. Look at that. Aluminum headed. Probably a little monster cam in that thing too. Again, folks, beautiful weather out here, Hanau. And right down the road is Wolfgang Shopping Center, where the PX and the commissary and everything was. And then right down there is where we had the actual Pioneer Kaserne. Ist mir was sagen? So this is one of my favorite cars here. Just a long distance cruiser, and who cares about all this? I would actually keep this car without changing anything to it. Again, historical plates. Moving over here to the Impala bubble top. And if you know your Impalas, and I can't say I know all my Impalas, but this is definitely not a 59, not a 60, because if it was a 60 or 59, it'd have that little cool dash that everybody wants out of these cars. But this is a 61, and I don't know what the sign says. 61 bubble top. He's got the, I don't know if that's correct, 283 is what it's supposed to be, unless he had it probably bored out one time. And cool little car. But anyway, I got my 59, keep that in Winsboro, Texas. We'll be at cruising the coast in Biloxi, Mississippi pretty soon, and I'll just go on the rest of it. Not one, but two plum crazy Cudas here. Challenger RT, little C3 Corvette Stingray chrome bumper model, so that means it's got to be a 72 or earlier. Nice little Camaro SS, and a nice little 57 Chevy 4-door hardtop. And then the rest of the stuff in here, a little El Camino. And then getting to the last row again. I didn't know this was a Mopar event, but it is. Nice ride. Let's see if this is a big block car right here. And it is a big block car. Really cool. Coronet 440, another big block car. Dual carburetors. 440. One of those square bodied long beds, Scottsdale. And this right here is the little Falcon wagon that just pulled in. That's pretty cool. Clean little cars. Doesn't take a whole lot of motor to move these things down the road either. Okay, Porsche darf hier auch parken.
Bitte?
Der Porsche darf hier auch parken. Ja, cooles Auto. Nice little mini little whale tail, 911. Looking sweet.
Ready on the sit?
All right, hey, remember David Letterman with the stupid animal tricks? Here we go. There we go. Good dog. There we go. Tschüss. Coole Kiste. Coole Kiste means cool box. That's just what you say over here to people's cars. All right, hey, check this out. This is a cool car, but I actually like stuff like this. This old Cornet wagon right here. And whoever built this thing kept it super original. So I love it when you have stuff like this right here, the old electronic ignition that I don't even know. Oh, here's the distributor here, but he's got everything numbered on here. And he does have a problem with no heater in here and no AC. Those are the old R12 air conditionings that are just empty right now. And then he's got his line right there basically blocked off. So no heat, no AC, and it's a delete. But anyway, cool car. I don't know if this is a big block car, but I don't know. I think maybe it's a 440. Gib mal einmal Gas bitte. Oh, hört sich gut an.
Nochmal.
All right, folks, getting ready to get my little tired Nomad here, although it's not a Mopar product, and head on back to the house right now. So this is a small one, probably counting all the cars that came in and out here for the last 2.5 hours, and that's how long I've been here. I don't know, call it 60, 75 cars, but nice little easy, Germans say überschaubar, that means manageable car show. But I'll leave you this one right here. Again, love this car. This is a long haul cruiser. I'd probably add a little bit of AC to it and make sure it has a 700 R4 overdrive, but this is a nice little ride. I love it. Anyway, I'll talk to you again when I hit the road. Cheers. So check this out. I was a little bit embarrassed earlier. I couldn't tell you what this thing was. This is a 1940 Studebaker Commander. That's why I just love rare stuff like this. Cars in really good shape. I actually like the color. This car was done in the 70s, and we're getting ready to see the little 327 Chevrolet. Look at that, safety features right there so the hood can't come up. Look at that. Look at that little 327 Chevy motor tucked up in here. That is sharp. Clean. Look at that, man. Let me go over here. This is actually really nice stuff going on here. Like, look right here. The recession on the inside to get that steering column to go to the front right here. That is sweet. Again, little 327 sitting up in here. See, I could see myself in this car. It even matches my shirt right now. I really like the way this thing looks. And he did entertain the fact of possibly selling it. So that's super cool. Clean, long distance cruiser.
Let the hot rods roll.
drums, 4-barrel carbs, and long tube header sing the song that we all wanna hear. Stop by my garage for good times, where gasoline is in the air. Cold drinks are in the fridge, and busted knuckles is the story of my life. Just let the hot rods roll. Oh, let them hot rods just roll. Chevy, Ford, Pontiac, DeSoto, a Mopar, who cares as long as the V8 rumbles and oil pressure is there. Timbs are good and the rock and roll is playing on the radio. Let the hot rods roll.
All right, folks, thanks for coming along for the ride. I'm back home again.
Shining on you. Let the hot rods roll. Always let them roll. Pretty girls everywhere with their long flowing hair, way down to there without a care in the world to share.